Hey, it's Tuesday tea time with Dorarena, and for some reason, my um, my internet or my screen or whatever kicked me off. It wouldn't let me on for some reason. So, and other reasons, we're running behind tonight. But I want to say thank you for joining us with Tuesday Tea Time with Dorarena. I'm so thankful that you're here. If you are a first time visitor, you are welcome to our Tuesday Tea Time. And those that been watching and those that will watch the replay, thank you. We are presented from Women of Wisdom. We are a nonprofit organization here to bridge the generational gap between the younger and the older generations because we need each other. We need to pass on vital knowledge to one another so that all generations can benefit, especially the next generation. All right, we don't pass that down, right? So help us pass down that vital knowledge by sharing this video. We also are on YouTube, so subscribe to our channel and we would appreciate it. All right, so let's get to the topic tonight. We're talking about, look at this, stay in your lane. How many times do we want to tell people, to stay in their lane? And, it's interesting because, I was on my way back. Me and my husband, we went to Lexington and we was on our way back and we ran into, I guess, some type of accident or something, but the traffic was congested. I mean, it was blocked and for miles, I seemed like, and so we decided we're going to turn around and go the other way. And so we turned around and it was blocked the other way. And I mean, somebody was not staying in their lane. You know what I'm saying? But let's look at what that means. We think, I mean, for me, staying in your own lane is just kind of, well, you kind of mind your business, I'll mind mine, and to a degree, yes, but we still need to help one another. But your expertise is your expertise and my expertise is my expertise. All right. And so we need to learn how to respect each other's lane. All right. Okay. So look at what it says here. It says it means focusing on your responsibilities or area of expertise without interfering with others' responsibility or expertise. That's what it means when people say, stay in your lane. So you could modify that, or not really modify it, but simplify it and just say, mind your own business. I mean, that's kind of rude in a way, but it's straightforward. And how many know some people you do have to tell them like that, but some people you can just say, stay in your lane. How about that? So I have something that I was looking at about that, and this is what I got this, and it didn't say who was the one that quoted it. So we're using this as our quote tonight. It says, everyone has their own lane, maintain yours. There's less traffic and no speed limits. How about that? That's pretty good, isn't it? Yep, we have to learn to respect other people's lane and not be trying to weave in and out and tell everybody else, how they should do their expertise. And you know what? Sometimes we just got to let people learn life and learn how to add when we should. But just recklessly, driving and giving advice, and especially, some people love to give advice but not take advice. Those are the people you probably don't want to take advice from, because they can't take advice their own self. So, what they're giving you is probably mm, lacking that sincerity, or that influential power that should back up things that we say, because we're doing what we say and we're just not telling everybody else to do stuff that we're not doing ourselves. How about that? So you do need to stay in your lane if that's what you're doing. Straighten out your lane. Like it said, let's put this back up here. Like it says, there's less traffic and no speed limit. Okay. We want to give everybody else a speed limit. We want to dictate to them what they should do and what they shouldn't do. If we spend more time dealing with our responsibilities and what we're good at, sometimes you don't have time to be weaving in and out of everybody else's life, kind of like what they used to call people that were busybodies, in everybody else's business. And there's wisdom in minding your own business. There's wisdom in staying in your lane. Do you know that sometimes you can get off in somebody else's lane, and it's like meddling with the ears of a dog, an angry dog, and then you end up being the one that get bit because you should have stayed out of it? That's staying in your lane. That's using wisdom. That's knowing when to say and when not to say. And those things are so important. Yes, we do need to help people. Yes, we do need to, give wisdom to other people, but there's an appropriate time for everything. And we need to be wise enough to know when to say something and when not to. Other than that, we need to stay in our lane. And if we focus in on our responsibilities and we focus in on our expertise, we become better at what we know to do. And you'll be surprised, when you do that, you are helping other people. You are showing yourself to be responsible for yourself. You are showing people that how to stay in their lane and how to focus in on what they're good at. And you'll be surprised some of the things that people learn from our lives by us not even saying anything. So, so we have to learn how to stay in our lane. Now, let's talk about, sometimes you have to help people stay in their lane. And so that's a good way to just kind of help them stay in their lane and not be rude by just telling them, well, you need to stay in your lane, and I can handle this. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And sometimes you got to tell people that, because some people are a little bit too helpful. You know what I mean? They may mean well, but they may not know how to stay in their lane. So those that don't know how to stay in their lane, we got to help them stay in their lane by telling them to do so. You don't want to be weak in that area. And you know what? My sister-in-law told me this long time ago. You don't want to let people start doing certain things and then they'll continue to do these things. They think that it's okay. And then when you're at a place where you just can't take it anymore, now you pulling back, Now they got a problem, and that problem could have been resolved if you had put that situation in its place at the right time. Don't let stuff get started and carry on. Do you know that if you do that and you let somebody uh, get in your lane and start running your life and start doing all that, there's only one person that can fit in that lane. Now they're going to either push you out of your lane, or there's going to be a crash. There's going to be something. This is not going to turn out good. And so sometimes we have to help people to, let's just put it simply. Sometimes we have to help people to learn how to mind their own business. And that's just life by itself. But you know what? In the long run, that benefits us and it benefits them as well. And so sometimes that's just how you have to do life. Did you know I forgot to tell you about my tea tonight? You know what? Last week, I don't know if you was listening, but I was telling, if you guys want me to taste your tea, you could send your tea to me. Well, anyway, somebody gave me this tea. It's from Israel. Can you see that? Rosemary hyssop. So this is the tea that I have tonight. All right. I hope that you have your cups with you as well, and you fill your cup up with lots of wisdom tonight. All right. I like rosemary, and it's good for you. Ooh, this got a good flavor to it. Yeah. So if you want to try it, let me show that to you again. This is the tea name of it. Okay. What's that? Shrasvati. Okay. So I just want to encourage you to take responsibility for your own life. Hold on to that and don't let other people try to take that responsibility from you. The other thing is take responsibility for your life. For those that may lack in that area, take responsibility for your decisions and your actions. And when you do that, you will grow in life, because life is all about being responsible. And that's one of our core values at Women of Wisdom is responsibility. And you cannot grow unless you do. And yes, there's some things that you have to face, and sometimes you got to set your pride aside and admit that, okay, this was not the right thing to say. This was not the right thing to do. And that's being mature. And it takes maturity to do life right. And if you're ever going to want to reach your potential and walk in wisdom, walk in confidence, you have to take responsibility. So some people want to give their lane away and they want other people to live their lives for them. No, hon, that's your responsibility. You live your life. Live the best you, the best way you know how. And if you take responsibility to do so, you will increase in life. And that's just the principles of life by itself. Okay. All right. Well, what do you think? Was this a good night for Tuesday tea time? I want to let you know that we're having our mother-daughter event Saturday, November the 2nd from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. We do invite you, all types of mothers and daughters, whether you're a godmother or goddaughter or mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, whatever kind of mother and daughter relationship you have, you are welcome to come. We're going to have a blast. If you go to our website, which has been going across the screen, you can find out more information about our event. So don't miss it. And we look forward to seeing you. And remember, Dorena loves you. And as I always say, walk in wisdom. You have a great night tonight, all right? Good night.